Behind the doors of a private bank in Zurich, a billionaire walks in wearing worn sneakers and a faded cotton shirt, carrying wealth that could buy entire city blocks yet appearing entirely unremarkable. This is the new face of extreme wealth, a deliberate invisibility that separates the truly rich from those who merely want to appear wealthy. In a world obsessed with displaying success, the most powerful individuals have mastered the art of financial camouflage, and understanding why reveals everything about the psychology of real power. The concept of stealth wealth represents a fundamental shift in how the world's wealthiest individuals approach their relationship with money and public perception. While social media floods our screens with images of gold-plated supercars and diamond-encrusted watches, a parallel universe exists where billionaires drive 10-year-old Toyota Camrys and wear $30 watches from Casio. This isn't about frugality or lack of appreciation for quality. It's a calculated strategy rooted in security, psychology, and a deeper understanding of what true luxury actually means. Warren Buffett, worth over $100 billion, still lives in the same house he purchased in 1958 for $31,500 in Omaha, Nebraska. Mark Zuckerberg, despite his vast meta empire, became famous for wearing the same gray t-shirt and jeans combination daily. These aren't eccentricities or publicity stunts. They represent a conscious philosophy about wealth that contradicts everything mainstream culture teaches us about success. If you're fascinated by the hidden world of true wealth and want to discover more secrets from the universe of luxury and power, this is exactly where you need to be. Subscribe to Lux Eternal and activate the notification bell so you never miss our exclusive investigations into the lives and strategies of the world's elite. We've also launched an incredible giveaway on our channel. Check the link in the description below to participate and potentially win something extraordinary. Your support helps us continue uncovering these fascinating stories that others won't tell you. The first reason the ultra-wealthy hide their money is security and privacy. When your wealth becomes publicly visible, you become a target for everything from sophisticated fraud schemes to physical kidnapping threats. In countries like Brazil, Mexico, and parts of Europe, wealthy families have learned through tragic experience that displaying wealth can have devastating consequences. The children of visible millionaires require armed security details, their homes need military-grade protection systems, and their daily movements must be carefully coordinated to avoid predictable patterns that criminals could exploit. By contrast, the family that appears middle class can send their children to regular schools, shop at normal grocery stores, and move through the world without the constant anxiety of being targeted. This isn't theoretical. Kidnapping for ransom remains a thriving criminal industry in dozens of countries, and the victims are almost always selected based on visible displays of wealth. A $50 million fortune hidden in diversified investments and trusts provides far more peace of mind than a $5 million fortune displayed through luxury cars and conspicuous consumption. The second motivation behind stealth wealth involves avoiding the constant solicitation that visible wealth attracts. When people know you're wealthy, everyone suddenly has an investment opportunity, a charitable cause, or a personal emergency that requires your financial intervention. Family members emerge from decades of silence with urgent requests, old acquaintances reconnect with transparent motivations, and professional interactions become colored by the other person's awareness of your financial capacity. Wealthy individuals practicing financial invisibility report that their relationships become more genuine and less transactional. They can form friendships based on mutual interests rather than financial utility. They can engage in business negotiations without the other party inflating prices. And they can support causes they genuinely care about without being overwhelmed by requests from every direction. The psychological freedom of being able to say no without guilt or the burden of explaining your financial decisions becomes invaluable. Tax optimization represents another crucial factor in the stealth wealth equation. While tax avoidance is illegal, tax optimization through legal structures is a sophisticated art practiced by every major fortune. High visibility wealth often attracts scrutiny from tax authorities, regulatory bodies, and public opinion that can complicate even perfectly legal financial strategies. The wealthy individual posting photos of their new Gulfstream jet on social media may find themselves facing detailed audits, while their equally wealthy but invisible counterpart manages complex international trust structures with far less attention. Countries around the world have begun implementing wealth taxes, luxury taxes, and other mechanisms specifically targeting visible displays of affluence. France's luxury tax on high-value real estate, various countries' taxes on private jets and superyachts, and increasing scrutiny of luxury purchases all create financial incentives for keeping wealth hidden. The ultra-wealthy have discovered that the $50,000 watch attracts far more attention and potential taxation than the $5 million municipal bond portfolio that generates steady income invisibly. Cultural and philosophical reasons also drive the stealth wealth movement. Many of the world's wealthiest individuals come from cultures or family backgrounds that emphasize discretion, modesty, and the dangers of ostentation. Old money families in Europe and Asia have practiced financial invisibility for generations, understanding that true power comes from influence rather than display. These families control vast fortunes through private equity firms, trust structures, and quiet board positions, yet their names rarely appear in public wealth rankings. The philosophy extends to a different conception of luxury itself. For the truly wealthy, luxury isn't about branded logos and public recognition. It's about experiences, quality, and freedom that don't require external validation. The billionaire practicing stealth wealth might wear a simple cashmere sweater that costs $2,000 but carries no visible branding, sleep on custom-made Italian linens that few would recognize, and vacation in exclusive private island resorts that don't advertise or seek publicity. Their version of luxury focuses on exceptional quality, rare experiences, and the ultimate luxury of all, time and autonomy. They can spend 3 months traveling without posting updates. They can pursue obscure passions and hobbies without monetizing them. And they can make decisions based purely on personal fulfillment, rather than public image. Protection from wealth perception also plays a significant role. In an era of increasing wealth, inequality, and social tension, visible displays of extreme wealth can generate resentment, political targeting, and social backlash. The family posting photos of their private island vacation, while others struggle economically, may face consequences ranging from social media criticism to more serious political and regulatory attention. Wealthy individuals in the public eye increasingly find themselves navigating complex social dynamics where their spending habits become political statements, whether they intend them to be or not. Stealth wealth allows the wealthy to avoid these complications entirely. They can support political causes without their wealth becoming the story. They can engage in philanthropy without accusations of trying to buy reputation, and they can live their lives without every purchase being scrutinized as evidence of excess. The practical advantages extend to business and investment opportunities as well. Wealthy individuals who maintain low profiles often get better deals because sellers don't automatically inflate prices, knowing they're negotiating with someone who can afford to pay more. They can invest in opportunities without triggering bidding wars, acquire properties without sellers holding out for premium prices, and build business relationships based on merit rather than wealth. The strategy of financial invisibility has become particularly sophisticated in the digital age. Wealthy families employ specialists to minimize their digital footprint, create complex corporate structures that obscure ultimate ownership, and carefully manage any necessary public appearances. Their real estate holdings appear under trust names. Their yacht ownership is registered through corporate entities in maritime-friendly jurisdictions, and their art collections are often loaned anonymously to museums rather than displayed in photographed home galleries. Some of the world's most valuable private companies are owned by individuals whose names most people would never recognize. These owners have intentionally stayed out of media rankings, avoided interviews, and structured their affairs to maintain privacy. Their wealth compounds without the friction of public attention, and they exercise enormous influence through quiet board positions and strategic investments rather than public profiles. The rise of old money. Aesthetic on social media ironically represents a mass-market interpretation of stealth wealth principles. People recognize that true elegance and sophistication don't require logos and ostentation, but the difference between wearing unbranded luxury goods worth thousands and wearing actual inexpensive items represents the gap between aspiration and reality. The ultra-wealthy practicing genuine stealth wealth aren't trying to appear poor, they're trying to appear unremarkable, which is a crucial distinction. Understanding stealth wealth reveals a profound truth about power and money in modern society. The individuals and families with the most wealth have discovered that visibility and security exist in inverse proportion, that relationships improve when financial disparities become invisible, and that true luxury is fundamentally about quality and freedom rather than recognition. As wealth inequality increases globally and social media amplifies every display of affluence, the gap between visible wealth and actual wealth continues to widen. The person posting their luxury lifestyle might have substantial debt supporting their image, while the person beside them in ordinary clothes might control assets worth hundreds of millions. This represents perhaps the ultimate privilege of extreme wealth, the ability to choose invisibility, to move through the world without the burden of others' perceptions and expectations, and to enjoy luxury that requires no external validation. The future of stealth wealth will likely accelerate as privacy becomes increasingly difficult to maintain, and the social costs of visible affluence continue to rise. The truly wealthy will become even more skilled at financial camouflage, developing new structures and strategies to maintain their desired invisibility. For those observing from outside this world, the lesson is clear. The wealthiest person in any room is often the one you'd never suspect, wearing the most understated timepiece, driving the least remarkable car, and carrying themselves with the quiet confidence that comes from having nothing left to prove.